So this is a question from Melissa, Patreon, and I love this question. I feel like I've tried answering this question via cards, and I've sort of touched on this, but it's one of those questions that's perfect for visions because I think it would be complicated. It's like a, yeah, it's a pretty complicated question to see in cards, but so the question is, will the Fox News propaganda machine be dismantled? And then if so, how? Okay. So that's the question. It's very simple. I know I asking for the from the cards, it would mean several events putting together the story, but here I'm hoping that I could see this in a vision more closely because I've done readings on Murdoch, on Fox, on how Sean Hannity likely will be indicted, and how Mueller is dismantling the propaganda networks. But this is real. Sorry, one second. Anyway, yeah. So this is this was just because something in my throat. It's not coughing like I was before. But anyway, so the question really is that, will the Fox propaganda machine be dismantled? If so, how? Right? So I'm going to close my eyes and see what this says, because I'm sure it'll be really interesting. Okay. So, will the Fox News propaganda machine be dismantled by the Mueller investigation or after the Mueller investigation? And if so, how? Guys, very, weird way, the image I got was very clear and actually makes a lot of sense. So the image I got was signals. Okay, so for example, I don't know if you've seen like early 60s style cartoons. If they had somebody had a laser thing, so it's essentially saying that kind of like a electrical signal, but it's meant to be the intercommunication. So essentially, it's going from Russia to the new Fox News, and Fox News is like a laser beam, like that, and then Fox News takes that and repeats over and over and over again those stories, and the role of Fox News becomes to create a world, almost like it's like literally like a fictional world that corresponds to the Russian idea of what the world, what they need to communicate in order to own the world through propaganda. Okay, so Mueller is looking at it, and he's just like, cut the signal, cut the signal. That's very simple, guys. And it's just showing Mueller cutting the signal, so turning off the signal. So how does he do that? He takes the people who receive the signals and removes them by indictment, and literally cuts the signals. It's like on the vision, it's so simple. And it makes perfect sense, right? Because since their agenda is entirely, I think pretty much, guys, entirely informed by the far right in Russia. So if you remove their ability to communicate, meaning obviously they can communicate with whatever, but if you're essentially acting as an agent of a foreign country, foreign power, in a way or another, right? And then you can stop that, right? So that's it. You have to cut by cutting the agents, right? Indicting those agents and indicting anybody who receives this propaganda. And this is why, guys, it's making more sense why Mueller is going to indict these people. Because if you're receiving propaganda from a country that has been attacking the US, right? And you're spreading it, you're helping them attack your own country. So actually it makes, guys, it's almost, I'm dumbfounded because it seems so, obviously it's not simple in execution, but it's simple in strategy, in the sense that obviously now makes perfect sense that that's how the way to do it. So you just have to, you can't obviously cut that other source because they're going to try to find ways to put their messaging out there. You know, this term globalist, deep state, what is it? Hysteria, Hillary Clinton, uranium, Obama. You know, it's the same. It's an array of words they have to keep repeating over and over again. So, so, um, so this was very interesting. That's it, guys. It seems very clear to me now how it's going to go. So essentially, okay, so that's what it shows. It shows they're going to indict the people of Fox News. They're going to cut the signal, you know, their ability to communicate. They're monitoring all of this. What this is showing to is that we think nothing's happening, right? But no, they're monitoring this live. So there's going to come a time when they're going to, I think they're going to literally cut the signal, and they're not going to have the ability to communicate. And I think I think Mueller is preparing for, he's expecting something big. There's some sort of response, or I think that Mueller has the ability to flip the switch and prevent this from being exchanged in some way or other. I don't know exactly how this would be accomplished, but that's what I think. But he's waiting. Like I said, it's like there's a lot of monitoring of all these things. It's just that it's not on our faces, right? So we think, oh look, Trump is on the television. He's you know, bullshitting constantly. Some people are like, oh, he's winning. No, he's not, because the American apparatus and all the work they're doing is just not visible, but it's there. So when the time comes, they're gonna cut the signals. Really, okay. So this was pretty great, guys. Very good, very good. No, 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 no. I'm so sad. No, no. Oh yeah.